This is Shelly Kraft coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the Growth Capital Expo in Las Vegas 2014. I have with me a familiar face, Mr. Drew Bernstein, co-managing partner of Marcum Bernstein. Drew, welcome back to SNN Live.
Thank you for having me today here, Shirley.
Good to have you. Let's talk. What are you speaking about at this conference?
I'm going to be speaking today about some of the dynamics happening in the accounting market and the litigation with the accounting firms and the PCAOB positions in China today. And we'll be talking about some of the emerging market problems in the accounting world there.
Well, you're probably overseas more than you're in the U.S. these days, aren't you?
Actually, I'm leaving for China tomorrow.
So after the conference, you'll go to the airport, get on a plane, and you're off to where you going, Beijing?
Beijing tomorrow. Actually, I'm on a 6-day trip in 8 cities.
Nice. So let's talk. Where do you think the market's going in China? Why not?
You know, it's an exciting time right now in China. You've had some incredible IPOs coming. You have companies like JD.com, Weibo, Alibaba, which are really exciting, companies coming. And what we're expecting is to see a lot of the mid-market companies kind of follow suit. So we're kind of excited about the market in China right now.
Where are they going public?
They're going public in the U.S. right now. That's where they're all going.
And they've been wanting to come to the U.S. Their fallout happened, it's over, and now they're coming back with a renewed vigor based on what format?
Well, it's interesting because, years ago, the alternative was to look at the Hong Kong market, to look at Shenzhen, Shanghai. But I think what a lot of the companies are finding right now is that, one, it takes a long time before they're able to get listed in Hong Kong. And they're not seeing the kind of multiples that they're seeing for the successful companies on New York and NASDAQ. I think we're seeing almost exclusively IPOs. The RTO market, for all intents and purposes, is gone. So they're almost exclusively IPOs, what we're seeing, heavily concentrated in IT and Internet.
So let's talk about gap for a minute, because that was a problem in China, the gap. The gap between how they accounted and how we needed them to account. I always joke around about that.
That's a good pun.
I know it is. So how have we closed the gap, so to speak?
Well, it's improving. I think, it is improving over time. And, in listening to some of the speeches yesterday, which I found really interesting, the issue for a lot of companies, I don't think, is what the positions do. Not having a CFO, everybody understands what their responsibilities are. The challenge for a lot of these emerging market companies, not just China, is getting the resources to the company. In these areas, there just quite aren't the resources that there are here. You want to hire a CPA for your company in the United States, it's easy. You want to hire one in China, there's less than 2,000 registered CPAs that live in China.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So it's very challenging for companies to be able to get the resources, even if they're willing to do the right thing.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, to find out more information about Marcum Bernstein, let's give out a website.
Well, we have 2 websites. We have the Marcum website at MarcumLLP.com. And we also have the Chinese website, which is MarcumBP.com. We would invite everybody. We're running a large conference at the end of May, the Marcum MicroCap conference, which we draw over 1,500 people, close to 500 companies. And we also have the Marcum BP conference in Beijing, which is aimed at more large cap companies, both really exciting conferences. So I hope I get to see everybody there. Thank you.
You're going to see us.
I hope so. Thank you so much, Shelly. It's such a pleasure to see you.
Good to see you too.